feel like? Who thinks that slimy is a good thing? Raise your hand. Yeah? You're right. So when stingray are slimy, that membrane, it means they're really healthy, so it's a super good thing. So that membrane, when they're all on the bottom of the ocean floor, when all the rocks and the coral, it protects them from getting any cuts and scratches, and it also protects them from any bacteria hurting them. So when they're slimy like that, it means they're really healthy. So that's fantastic that you guys felt that.
Yeah, you guys, were you thinking that it's good to be slimy as like yourselves, or it's good for the stingray to be slimy? Yeah, good for the stingray. I don't think I'd want to do it. I don't know. All right, cool. So we have one other really big friend in here. She's not even full grown. And our big grouper over there.
Yeah, so she's coming right behind the rock right now. So she comes a little bit further than Hawaii. She comes all the way from Australia. She's a Queensland grouper. So she's a 3-foot, 200-pound tiny grouper. Right?
Tiny, you hear that?
Just now.
Should we be concerned about John? Maybe check his air supply? I think he's telling the truth. Let's hear him out.
So when she grows up, she's going to be real big. She'll get almost 9 feet and 800 pounds.
Yikes.
Can you imagine swimming with a fish that's 9 feet, 800 pounds?
No way. John better start sucking up to her right away, just in case.
So she'll get so big that she can actually eat some of the smaller sharks that live on the reefs that she does.
There you go.
Pretty cool, huh? You might be able to see her colors right now. You see how that yellow leopard prints on their fins and her tail? That's her juvenile color. So black and white is actually her adult color. So she's right in the middle of that juvenile to adult phase of her life.
Kind of like you guys, yeah? There you go. You have a lot more in common with the 200-pound Australian fish than you thought.
Can you imagine changing colors when you become an adult? It'd be kind of silly, huh?
That yellow is pretty cool, but she does change into this like dark maroonish kind of color sometimes, so it's pretty awesome too. Awesome. Well, sounds like you're about to continue on with the rest of your journey. What's your favorite of the next exhibits they're going to see, John?
My favorite is the sea lions.
Mine too.
Yeah, they're super playful. They're just like big puppy dogs. So hopefully they'll be playing around with each other.
All right, that's the word. Well, thank you so much, John.
You are all now entering Sea Turtle Reef. Keep your eyes looking up, my friend Valor. He has that condition, bubble butt, makes him bounce like a noodle on top of the water. The main school of fish right here, they're silver, they're called look-downs. Called look-downs due to 3 reasons. If you're above the surface, you want to look down on them. They're so thin you would not see them. Also, if you look at their faces, it looks like they're looking down at the ground. Keep your eyes out for Valor. You'll also hear about Gilligan. Gilligan is not here at the moment. He's still in our off-site facility. He's still acclimating. We'll almost get again in about a few more weeks.
Well, that was interesting, fantastic, and phenomenal.
I hope that's your finale.
Yeah, I'm finished. Now, we're in Sea Turtle Reef, home of our green and loggerhead sea turtles.
So, are these the same turtles we saw in the rivers of the world earlier today?
Well, they are both turtles, but these are sea turtles, and those were land turtles. Sea turtles are found in just about every warm or tropical ocean.
Tomato, tomato, what's the difference?
Well, sea turtles can't retract their heads and arms into their shells, like land turtles, and their legs are like evolved flippers, making it easy for them to swim through the water, since they spend most of their lives at sea.
Most of their lives? Then when aren't they at sea?
Well, the female turtles return every couple of years to the same beach to lay eggs. After the hatchlings are born, they make their way to the sea. It's a tough time for the little guys because of predators and pollution, which is one of the reasons that sea turtles are endangered.
That's terrible. Is there anything we can do?
Not littering would make a huge difference. For example, when plastic bags bags get into the ocean, turtles think they're jellyfish. And then thousands of turtles die trying to eat them.
Yeah, not littering is a pretty easy change we could all make. Fish swim in schools because it protects them from predators and makes it easier to find food. Swimming in schools also conserves energy. Okay, everyone, time for a little trivia contest. Do fish always swim in schools? No. Go ahead and call out your answers. No. Okay, those of you that said no are correct. Although many fish do swim in schools, others prefer to swim alone. Now, let's take a moment and watch them do their thing.
So I want you to meet two of our special friends here at the Living Sea Carousel, Boudreaux and Valor. Boudreaux is a green sea turtle who was rescued off the coast of Texas after being caught up in a fishing line. His injuries were so bad that he lost 2 flippers and was unable to survive in the wild. But with the help of some very dedicated people, he is now healthy and doing great. Valor is another of our green sea turtles who was rescued. Although he has all of his flippers, he has a condition known as bubble butt.
Bubble butt? Is that another one of your jokes?
No, not at all. Bubble butt is when a turtle gets pockets of air under their shell that gives them too much buoyancy, and then they can't dive for food. Fortunately, with a little help from our animal care specialists, Valor is doing remarkably well.
Oh, that is so good to hear. So what about the other turtle? The one that isn't green?
Ah, you mean Gilligan. He's a loggerhead turtle. He came to us from Virginia where he was also badly injured. But with special attention, he is also thriving here at Odysea Aquarium.
So, swimming, eating, and resting. Hey, isn't that how you spend your day?
Yeah, me and the turtles are living the dream.
Wait, that's
There's a ginger turtle. Right.
Welcome everyone to Seal and Sea Lion Sound. I want you to keep your eyes looking out for my buddy Rabbit. He's black with white spots. He's the only harbor seal. And this guy right here, this is Magoo. He sees my keys. He loves keys.
So what are we exploring now?
Well, now we're at Sea Lion Sound, home of our California sea lions and Pacific Harbor seals.
They sure can swim.
Yep, that's because just about everything on their body is adapted for swimming. See how everything points backward, like the shape of an arrow? That makes them streamlined, quick, and agile, which helps them escape predators, like killer whales and sharks.
How long can they stay underwater?
A long time. In fact, they can hold their breath for 12 to 15 minutes. Sea lions can also dive very deep, much deeper than even the human body can withstand.
And how smart are they?
Well, they're so smart, the U.S. Navy works with sea lions to perform very complex tasks, like detecting swimmers and even recovering various objects.
Wow, that's so cool.
And here's another thing you might not know. Although sea lions are commonly called seals, and the two are related, they're actually quite different. Sea lions have external ear flaps on the sides of their head that you can see, while seals only have tiny pinholes for ears. Plus, sea lions can move on land really fast, while seals can only crawl like an inchworm. Of course, once they hit the water, they're both very graceful. Let's watch them for a while.
So you're gonna hear about one of our sea lions. Her name is Ella. She's the one right in front here. If you notice, she has almost like blonde hair going down her shoulders. She's right here. So you will hear about her in a few moments. Make sure we do have our flashes off.
Now, as you can imagine, sea lions get their name because of the sounds they make. They bark like dogs and roar like lions. Seals, on the other hand, tend to whistle at higher pitches or growl at lower ones. These sounds are the way that seals and sea lions communicate. Newborn sea lions and their mothers have a sound so unique that they can distinguish each other's call from among hundreds of other sea lions on a beach. Now, see if you can catch a glimpse of our sea lions with their mouths open. Unlike our teeth designed to chew food, theirs are designed for ripping and tearing. But sea lions, they really just use their teeth to catch their fish. Then they swallow them whole. And get this, if a sea lion kisses you, their whiskers feel like uncooked spaghetti, and it tickles.
Let's watch them swim and play.
So this is Hondo. He's our alpha male. You notice he's very large. He's about 6 feet long, weighs 300 pounds. Out in the open ocean, out in the open ocean, he's considered an island king or island master. He would run a park on the beach, and it would all face about him. Him and Sky were just playing. Above us is their beach. They can get out of the water as much as they want. You're
You
gonna hear
may
about
be
Ella.
wondering if these guys are endangered like the seagulls. And the answer is no. But they are in trouble. Scientists are seeing more and more cases of stranded pups because their moms are forced to swim farther and farther into the sea for food due to increasing temperatures. In fact, one of our favorite sea lions, Ella, was a stranded pup. When we found her, she was malnourished and very sick. Of course, today she is doing quite well, and she's a big show.
So the two that we're fighting are Hondo and Sky. They are just playing around, having fun. They will bite at each other's tails if you get soft. They'll get to the point where they'll be like, hey, you let go. No,